What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Blit. I'm a little bit tired, so I'm probably gonna be goofy. But yeah, generally when I'm tired, like I lose my train of thought a lot. You guys probably see it, like pretty obvious when I'm tired. But with that said, we're gonna crank through this video. I'm trying to basically keep my promise of trying to, as a minimum, chart spy live every day for you guys. And then I did actually find some really banger setups for tomorrow. Some stuff I'm actually pretty excited to share. I also want to just say thank you to everybody. Like the outpouring of love after the last video was pretty overwhelming. I appreciate all the support, and I appreciate that everybody understood, why I was doing what I was doing. With that said, I don't know, like my heart's full. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support, and that's what it takes. Oh yeah, for sure. I am if M card. If there's one thing, I am a man of my word. That I am. I'm a lot of things. Like I can be a total asshole. I am generally like a very nice person, but a man of my word is not something you can ever say I am not. So, with that said, I hope y'all crushed it today. I really do. I feel like it was a pretty easy day to trade. I also get like super disappointed. We cover everything on SPY, and then I see it playing out overnight on futures, and I'm like, this is everything we covered. And if only all these option traders could trade right now, they would be able to catch all these moves. I think probably most of you saw, like in Keenan's Discord, when was it? This is the open. Right here. Or no, was it there? Yeah, right around here, I think. Don't quote me. It was either here or here that I called out short. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was right here, actually. In Keenan's Discord. And then, because I have no life. Sorry, I got to go to the 30-minute for this one. This was a thing of beauty right here. So basically we got the short from here, and then in the middle of the night, whatever this was, I think right around 2 a.m., I posted a screenshot in several Discords, and I was like, hey, these selling tails on 30 minutes looks like they want to go way lower, and we lost like another 100 points on NQ overnight in just a couple of hours. So that was fun. And I want you guys to be able to recognize and catch these moves and find these moves for yourself. That's awesome. Why not? Thank you, Chef. Appreciate that. Thank you, IB winning. Yeah. So I was going to say, really like much love and much respect to all the supporters, everybody that subscribes, especially friends of the stream. Really appreciate all of you. If you're new to the stream and you like the video, hit that sub button. This channel is all about just trying to help people get better, teaching from what I've been taught by a market maker. And then also my mentor, who's the market maker, also does videos on my YouTube and does educational stuff. So there's a lot of good content. I will say, like, it's not I've always said from the beginning, like I don't have any aspirations to be like a professional YouTuber. So it's never going to be like some high quality video that's edited and everything's clean and crisp. It's raw, dirty, and in your face. And it is what it is. Like, really, this is just about education and not about trying to entertain you. So that's what we're doing. Let's just start off. I guess we'll just look at SPY really quick, and then we'll go over the only trade that or the only option setup that I called out for today, which was AVGO. But we'll look at SPY really quick. Hopefully, I had mentioned here, if we bounce at the previous day value area low, to grab calls. And then our first trim, I don't think I marked it, but it should have been the previous day POC, previous week POC. I did mention this is going to be a very strong level, right? And I've told you guys many times the third SIG is always going to be a strong level where you expect a reaction. Generally, it's hard to get through second SIG, but if you do, third SIG is where you really expect reversals. Not going to take credit for this as I didn't call it out, but I feel like there's a good chance some of you caught this because I talk about, pretty often like peak above, fail, grab puts, and this was a peak above and a fail. Peak below, fail, or peak below, and this should say peak below and bounce, but whatever. Thank you, Anatole. So I'm hoping that you guys recognize that and caught it. I'm not going to take credit for it because I didn't mention it, during our live charting of SPY and when we covered this stuff. But this here, I feel like you guys should have caught this. This is our classic, like, break above a level, 3 5-minute candles, retest, take calls. And then depending on you as a trader, me, I would always be targeting the previous day value area low. We got there. It just took time. I don't know how this would have worked out as far as options are concerned and theta, but we did get there right at the end of the day. And it looks like, why not? You covered it, right? It looks like you caught that move based on what you're saying. Or it looks like you caught the move up from here to previous day value area low, I'm guessing. Or wait, no. You said previous day value area low. Well done, man. That's dope. That's dope. What's up, Droppa? What's up, Austin? How you doing? And what's up, Frankie? Nice. Frankie, a lot of times it's best to just not be in a Discord when you're trading. Too much noise. A lot of times, I kind of say that with like bated breath because there's certain Discords, and I'm not saying this like to promote anybody. There's certain Discords where you have very serious traders that don't really joke around. They're not posting memes. They're not having just general rhetoric or whatever. They're not like just talking for the sake of talking. It's all based on what's being, witnessed on the charts. And when I say this, it's not from a promotion standpoint, but like in Shorty's Discord, that's exactly how it is. We don't really BS around. We do a little bit like when everybody's kind of done trading for the day. But generally, like when we're trading live, it's really pretty much focused on the charts. And I say pretty much because, that's not 100% true. Every once in a while, somebody goes off on a little rant, whatever, about whatever's happening in their life or whatever. But for the most part, it's very focused. But even with that, like it can be distracting sometimes when you're trying to trade. And it's actually like sometimes better to just shut it off. But if you're in, like a stream where you have like a pro or semi-pro trader that's like calling out trades and kind of talking about what they're seeing the market doing or whatever, a lot of times that can be very helpful as well, right? So anyway, I feel like there was some really nice setups. This you guys should have caught right here. I mean, we literally, this is what we called out, right? Come down, bounce, grab calls. This, again, I'm hoping you guys caught it. That's our peak above and fail. I will not take credit for that one. Hopefully nobody tried to long here. Like this, was not pretty. Here you could have gone calls. This is our classic break above, 3 5-minute candles, bounce, go. We actually got 2 retests, right? First retest, second retest, and then ran. If you missed this, then this was your next entry, break above, 3 5-minute candles, retest, take calls, target the previous day value area low. Dude, why not? I fucking love to hear it, man. I'm sorry if anybody doesn't like language. Like I don't cuss too much, but like sometimes just for that to get the point across, like you need it. And I don't know. I just love to see it. Like when I hammer into people's heads like all day long, I feel like a broken record. Like follow the levels. Don't trail your stop loss, blah, 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 blah. And when I see somebody do it, like it makes it feel like I'm actually like getting somewhere. I'm actually helping people. I'm actually teaching people. Regarding the 3 5-minute candles, can I elaborate? Absolutely. So let me erase some of this stuff so it's a little bit cleaner and easier to see. So basically on any of my levels, when I'm trading, so you could either say our single prints here, or you could say the first sig here. Or if you wanted to go lower, we could look here. But I actually prefer this, and I'll explain why. I'll show both examples. Both worked out, but what I'm looking for is a really clean break of my level. Meaning I want to see the candle go through it and not like close back below and then come back above. So the example would be like here we broke over, and then we wicked back down below this level. This is exactly what I don't want to see. So I want to see the candle break through, close above, another candle close above without wicking back below, a third candle close above. This is my 15 minutes, right? Because I'm on 5 minutes. And right now, I had no candles wick back below this level. When I have 3 5-minute candles that close above a level, that tells me that the participants in the market are happy being back inside of this value area or whatever it is that they're back inside of. So generally, once you have 3 5-minute candles closing inside of a level, it's showing that all the participants in the market are content being where price is. And so when that happens, I'm looking for a candle to come back down and retest my level, which is exactly what we get here. And this is where you hop in calls. And then you would just do the inverse for puts. So you break below a level, have 3 5-minute candles, close below, retest, take puts. And then me as a trader, basically, I'm always just targeting the next level. So from here, my next target is here. Make sense? I hope. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. Okay. With the retest of the previous week value area low, absolutely the 80% rule is in effect. Well, is it? Let's see. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yep. Yes. I mean, tomorrow we probably hit 585.01 or whatever it is. Yeah. Wherever our previous week value area high is, 03, 01, I don't know. 03. Yeah. Should happen. All right, so let's get into plays, or actually, really quickly, let's look at our AVGO play. Unfortunately, we didn't get as much as I was hoping for, but I'm sure if you took the entry above 180.10 and closed at 181.50, as a minimum, you should have trimmed here. So you guys should have made money on this trade. I know a lot of people like message me and mention in different Discords that they took the trade and made money. So it's awesome. It was a great trade. That was the only option trade that we called out for today. What are SIGs and single prints? We'll get into that when we chart SPY. No, below the first SIG and single prints, it would not be a stop loss trigger. I would have to actually like look and see what I would be doing if I was trading this. And it's pretty like, so when I'm getting into a trade, the first thing I do is look left and think to myself, where would they bring price if they're trying to stop me out? And so, and then also I need to be able to get double what I'm risking. So if I'm risking $1, I have to be able to make $2. So as soon as I see this break above and I start getting closes above this level, I start planning my trade. I have 15 minutes to plan my trade. And what I would do is immediately mark where I'm planning on taking profits or where I'm planning on trimming my my first contract if I have multiple contracts. From there, I look left and I go, okay, if market makers are trying to stop me out, they're probably going to come to here as a minimum. And so if they're coming here, I want my stop loss to be below that. And this isn't like just some fluke where I drew it and it just happens to be like, you know, as long as your stop loss was slightly below this, you're not going to get stopped out. But this is going to be the first candle that I look at is the bottom of the body of this candle or the wick of this candle, and think to myself like, okay, if market makers are trying to stop me out, they're going to come a little bit below this, grab the liquidity, and then go, right? Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to grab people's liquidity before they make the move. A lot of times with these retests, it's really clean, and we don't get a lot of drawdown into the red. But when we're trading, we're always dealing with probabilities. And when you're dealing with probabilities, like there's always a chance that the trade is going to go against you. And once you learn how to be a good loser, you'll actually start to be a better trader. So once I've established like, oh, if they're trying to stop me out, it's probably going to be a little bit below this candle here. I still look left a little bit more, you know, and then I'm looking at like this candle. This would be probably like right about the furthest I would want to go on my stop loss would be right here. But then with that said, my eye is drawn here, right? And I'm like, okay, can I put my stop loss here and make $2 for every dollar that I risk? And I can. My risk to reward ratio is 2.11, so I can take this trade. If my stop loss has to be down here, based on what I think they might do to try to stop me out, then my reward is only 1.73 for $1 risked. I can't take this trade. So hopefully this makes sense. Basically, the way I would do this is I would be looking And like over here, if I'm using, visible range volume profile, I have a shelf literally right where um, I'm expecting them to come down to. And normally like they go to the far side of shelves. So like if I'm looking over here, the far side of that shelf is right about there, or possibly a little bit lower like this. And so as long as I can put my stop loss somewhere right around here, I'm good to go, right? As long as my stop loss is a little bit below this volume shelf. And if you don't understand volume shelves, like basically they act like stairs on a ladder, or rungs on a ladder, or steps on a staircase, where if I jump up in the air, let's say, like this is sorry, I'm drawing a lot of stuff. This is my stair, okay? This right here. And then the next stair is up here, right? And so if I jump up in the air here, but I don't jump high enough to go to this stair, I'm going to fall back down and land here, right? Obviously, I could step down from here to like the next stair, and I can also step up from here to the next stair, right? So you look at these volume shelves basically as support or resistance. If you're above them, they're probably going to act as support. If you're below them, they're probably going to act as resistance. And then we see that here, right? Like we see that all through here, where we run up from here, right here, this stair acts as resistance. We fall back down, we get our retest. We come back up, it acts as resistance again. We come back down, blah, 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 blah. This stair kind of turns into support, resistance again, back to support, boom, boom, boom. We finally break through and go up to the next level. Hopefully all of that makes sense. But so I'm getting pretty like deep to cover something that's not too complicated. But basically, when I'm looking for where to place my stop loss, I'm going to be looking like, okay, far side of volume shelves, and put it slightly below that volume shelf. I'll be looking at candlesticks like, oh, where could I put my stop loss? Like, and basically the way that you want to think of it is like you're trying to hide your stop loss behind or above, like if you're in puts, you're trying to put your stop loss above the resistance level. So you want to hide your stop loss behind resistance. If you're in calls, you want to put your stop loss below support. And if they take you out, they take you out. But again, that's the probability of trading. And that's why we do one risk, two reward. If you're right once and wrong once, you're still profitable. So even if you have a 50-50 win rate, you're making money. And this is what you really have to like get into your head, is like, if you trust your levels and stop trailing your stop loss and like take your losses, take it on the sleeve, take it like a man or take it like a woman, whatever it is. And actually, when I say that, women are way stronger than men. Y'all can take pain like, a lot of guys will be acting like a little baby and women will be acting like nothing's going on. Childbirth, that's a whole nother thing. You guys are crazy. If I was a woman, you would never get me pregnant. It's not going to happen. Anyway. So like once you get it into your head, like, and learn to just, take it on the chin, like, okay, so what? I took a loss. As long as you're like 34% correct on your trading, which is not difficult to do, you only have to be correct 34% of the time if you're using one risk, two reward, and you'll be making money. If you're correct 50% of the time, you're literally going to be a millionaire. Like all you have to do is take your losses, accept it. Don't let it run way further than it should. Don't take bigger losses than you should be taking. And when you're profitable, you let it go to your profit target. You don't close your trades early. And so every single trade, for every dollar you risk, you make two. So every single time that you take a trade, like if you lose $1, that's fine. Hopefully on the next trade you make two. of course, there's a possibility you lose the second trade, and then on your next trade, hopefully you're break even, and then you take another trade, and hopefully now you're profitable. Like, but over time doing that, as long as you're consistent and you're not like freaking out every time you're in a, like a losing trade, you're going to make a ton of money. You just have to accept your risk when you take the trade, and that's it. Easier said than done, but like this is the hard part about trading. People focus so much on sorry. Why can't I think? People focus so much on the on how they're finding the setups or whatever, on entries and all of that stuff, and it's like it's more, you need to worry. Obviously, like you need a good system for finding your trades, but the real part that you have to focus on is the mental part of trading. And like, basically what a lot of people do is when they're red on a trade, they will either let it hit their stop loss 100% of the time, or even worse, they move their stop loss down further and they take a bigger loss than they were supposed to. But then they'll be up like $20 or $40 on a trade, and they'll cut the trade before it gets to their profit target because they're worried about losing that $20 or $40. And it's like, why? If you're being realistic with yourself, it's $20. But what it really comes down to is your ego is so worried about being right that you would rather just make the $20 versus whatever your actual profit target is of $250 or whatever, that you would rather close the trade early and just make the $20, and then you can tell everybody, oh, I was right, I winning trade, da 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 da, like whatever, or tell yourself like, oh, I was right. And then you turn around and you take another trade and you lose 150, but like you still were right. You made your $20. Cool. You got to stop doing that. Anyway, let's hop back into it. Hopefully this is very clear about your stop loss, whatever. I would not, if I had taken this trade, I would not have gotten stopped out on it. Not at all. And I would have played it all the way up to the previous day value area low, because that's how I trade. When I enter a trade, I have a plan. I have my stop loss, my entry, and I have my take profit planned out. And one of those two things are getting hit and nothing in between. So, the only exception to that would be I'm a futures trader and I can't swing futures. People might not understand that, but like you literally need millions of dollars to hold a futures contract like through the close. And unfortunately, I don't have millions of dollars. If you guys want to like hit up the Cash App and get me there, I would be, I'm fine with it. But as of right now, I do not have millions, and I don't have the liquidity, and I wouldn't even want to hold futures through the close. Just way too risky.
Millions.
I like to be able to manage my trades. So, where was I going? So the one exception to what I'm saying is like, if I'm in a trade and the market's about to close and it hasn't hit my profit target or my stop loss, I'm going to have to close my position, just because, the market's closing. That doesn't happen to me very often though, because generally like I'm not taking trades anywhere near the close of the market, just because I'm generally done for the day way before that point. So I think it's probably happened to me like once in my lifetime, trading futures, where I had to close a trade just because the market was closing. So anyway, let's get back into it. Hopefully the stop loss thing is clear. Take profit, trusting levels, all of that stuff. This is really important stuff. Again, this is what you really want to focus on as a trader, is that mental aspect. And we're going to be covering it more. I told you guys on the last video, I'm going to redo the beginner through advanced series. And a lot of it is going to be talking about the mental game of trading, because that is literally like the most important part. All right, so let's get into what we're watching for tomorrow. Unfortunately, you guys know I hate to do this, but I have some trades where I'm just looking for a couple of, or like a point or whatever here and there. Why do I have levels below? Random. Okay. Um, which I hate to do, but at the same time, like I don't want to. Actually, there's literally no reason to close here. What was I? Sorry, bear with me for a second here. What is this? Sorry, I'm confusing the hell out of myself. Okay, I see it now. This makes sense. There we go. Um, sorry. The extra red lines on my chart was like messing with my head. I'm like, what is going on here? Um, what's up, Scott Dog? Yeah, no problem, J Marie. I got to read through the chat, guys. Like, it's kind of hard to talk and read the chat at the same time. I know you guys have been saying a lot, and I'm gonna after I go through the options plays, I'll take a minute and go through and read everything that everybody's saying. I'm not trying to ignore you guys, but just trying to keep it moving along. Anyway, on Google, we're going to be looking for puts below 165. Again, I hate to just grab 1 point, but really, there is a chance that we lose this POC here, but it's a pretty strong level where there's a very good chance that we're going to get a bounce. So I'll take the 1 point. So close at 164. Again, we could lose it. And if we do, there's some pretty good potential for like 160, 161-ish. There's some pretty good potential for downside, but this is going to be a pretty strong level tomorrow, I think. So just a quick in and out. And, even though it is a point, it's still worth, grabbing it. It's money. And we should take money whenever we can. Next one is going to be QCOM. Same thing. 1 point move I'm looking at, but it is what it is. Puts below 168.55, and then we're going to close at 167.55. Slightly below this POC, but I think we'll make it there. And both of those are going to be day trades. Sorry, I'm like going way too fast. Next is going to be Tesla. I'm actually kind of hesitant to share this. But I'm going to. We have earnings coming up October 23rd. I've only said this one time before, and that was on Netflix. But I don't want to see anybody like gamble and lose their mind. But if you guys remember Netflix before that earnings where it went up to like 1,000, whatever. I think it was, I don't even remember, like 1,150 from like 900 something. I had told you guys back then, like this is a life-changing opportunity on Netflix, on NVIDIA, where like you take 50K and buy calls, you'll be a millionaire the next day. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now with Tesla, I believe. It's a little bit like as far as trading this from a day trading perspective, like a little bit rough. They need to break this. Like if earnings wasn't coming, basically the play is when they break over this range, you grab calls and you would grab, like a month out or a few weeks out or whatever. And you're targeting basically the next shelf, right? And so this is what we were talking about, right? When we were talking about this is the stair that we can stand on, which is what price is doing right now. And once we leave this, this is all free space and there's nowhere to stand. So we either go up and come back down to here, or we go up to this next level. There is the possibility that they create a new level, but generally the most realistic is going to be that we go from here to here, right? So basically, this is 20 points on Tesla, right? And that used to not be a big deal when Tesla was whatever, $700 a share. But $20 on a $200 stock is a pretty big deal. But more importantly, they're probably actually coming to here. This might be a little bit harder, or this might be like a little bit of a further out, like swing trade, month or two or a few months, but I think they're going to be targeting 260. As far as earnings is concerned, I think this is going to be very doable. Where is it? Uh, 240. This is basically where I think they're going to be bringing price for earnings, somewhere in this range here. Okay. So I'm not calling out a trade on this. If you guys want to gamble, and you have money you can throw away, whatever, take one call or whatever on Tesla. But for the average person that's just, trading and trying to grind it up and doesn't have a bunch of extra money to throw around, don't take this trade. But I just wanted to show you guys what I'm seeing. It looks like it's set up for an absolute rocket, basically. Like from a technical standpoint, this is all either accumulation or distribution. And once they break this, you're going to get a big move to the upside or downside, right? But I'm pretty sure they're gonna send this. So basically, what it is like they send it to here, or if they lose this red box, then the next area they're coming to is like somewhere right around here. So it's a big move either direction, right? But I'm pretty sure we're gonna pump. Okay. Last one that I'm looking at for tomorrow is going to be TSM. Oh man, how come I have like crazy? I don't understand what I'm doing. This is the result of me being tired. I have old levels on my chart that just confuse me. So this is kind of similar to what we're seeing on Tesla. We have this big open, and I didn't mention this, but so this is called a skinny belly. So where you have this wide open space, where there's not a lot of volume traded. In this case, it's a gap, right? From earnings, gapped up and left this big open space. This would be called a skinny belly on volume profile. And where you have skinny bellies, there's a very good chance that price will just slice through and fill that gap, right? But in this instance right now, I think TSM is going to have a little run up before it fills this. So over 202 and 40 cents, we'll be looking at calls. First trim, again, sorry, 1 point move, 203 and 40 cents, but I can't ignore the wick on this candle. There's a good chance that we're going to reject from here and not go higher. But if we do, 205 and 25 cents would be our second trim. And then we would finally close calls at 206.96. What's up, William? How you doing, brother? Excuse me. Let me grab a drink of water really quick. It's actually vodka, but don't tell anybody. Um, Thirsty over here. Oh, all right. Let me just look through the chat really quick and see what we're doing. Oh, Frankie Dolo, if you're talking about being in Shorty's Discord, yeah, you do need to be in there. That's the place to learn. Hopefully, we did that live trading. I think it was Friday. Hopefully, a lot of you caught that. That's kind of just about every day in the Discord. We're trading live, and it's eye-opening, to say the least. Why not? I'm rereading your level right now. That was a lesson in not changing levels. Again, bro, just absolutely warms my heart. I don't know if you can see, my face probably lit up and I'm smiling. I say this a lot. It's kind of hard to convey to you guys. I think pretty much everybody knows, but this is genuine. I genuinely want to see you guys succeed. It's not BS. I'm not here trying to make money off of people. I'm not trying to scam anybody. And when I see you guys, growing and learning and doing what needs to be done, it really makes me happy. And I'm really happy for you. I'm happy that you trusted yourself. Why not? And I'm happy that it hit your level. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome, Alan, that you recognized that it was going to be tearing up the old thetas. Brian Yang, you're saying, are we waiting for a clean open close above the level? I don't know what you mean by a clean open close. I think I explained it really the best that I can, which is I'm assuming we're back to talking about this here. And what we're looking for is just the candle to break through it and close above. And then the next candles, we don't want to see it wick back down or wick back down. Or another example would be, I don't want to see a candle wick up before and then fall back down below and close below. And then the next candle break above and close above. I want to see a clean break like this, 3 5-minute candles that all close above this level without wicking back below it. And then I wait for my retest, and that's where I grab calls. Hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't, let me know, and we'll cover it some more. Okay. I'm reading your message right now. I'll cover SIGs and single prints when we get to charting SPY. Okay. Butter knife, bro, you just made me so happy. I'm stoked for you that you caught the move up and down, and amazing that you feel like in 1 week you've learned more than you have anywhere else. That's sick. Yeah, really, really happy for you. Why not? That's hilarious. Sounding like Shorty. Well, to sound like Shorty, you have to go boom. Because he always goes, well, he does talk crap to the charts. He's like, come on, what does he say? He'll be like, stop screwing around. You're going to blah, blah, blah level. And then when it hits, he finally goes boom or whatever. Yeah, he's hilarious. I love it. Samuel Robinson. I was wondering if you get in at a level that pulls back really hard and then goes back up, will you lose momentum capital because of IV? Sorry, I don't really know what you're asking. Maybe try to reword your question because I'm not really following. I'm sorry. What's up, Frederick? Sorry, I just saw your message. Yeah, of course, Brian. No problem. Thank you, Alfonso. Yeah, why not, dude? Women are tough as hell. No question about it. Jay Marie, no problem. My pleasure. And why not? Yes, Trading in the Zone, absolutely amazing book, must read. If you want to be a good trader, you have to read Trading in the Zone. The dude's probably going to piss you off. I know he pissed me off. When I was reading that book, I'm like, dude, are you like looking over my shoulder when I'm trading? Like, what the hell, man? Um, but yeah, it's like it talks right to your heart, like, and it kind of hurts. And like, if he was in the room, I probably would have fought him. But now that I finished the book, um, very grateful. Amazing book. I think Shorty's read Trading in the Zone like roughly 30 times. Just an FYI. Thank you, Scott Dog. Thank you, RJZP. Oh, okay. All right. I already answered you, Brian. Well, whatever. We covered it again. Chef, I Intel we bought a while ago. Um, Stocks. So I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. Like basically quarterly, we will do like I'll post a video, and the title of the video will generally be like class with Shorty and stock scan, or market update with Shorty and stock scan. If it says stock scan and you're looking to add to like a long term portfolio, like a Roth IRA or whatever, you probably do not want to miss that video. Basically, Shorty will dive into a bunch of stocks and find ones that are at good prices to buy, or he'll look for levels where he wants to buy. And the guy just has like an amazing success rate with um, calling out stuff. What did he call out recently where he was like, this stock is going to be getting news? Oh, it was Wolf. Um, where I forget where, but he was like expecting news or something. Oh, down here somewhere, $9, I think. He was expecting news, and then boom, here's your news, right? And then when this happened, he says Intel's next. Intel's going to be getting news next. But we had already purchased shares on Intel. Um, but it's also just a good long-term hold because they pay dividends. It's a very strong company. So all of that. Uh, Elite Mark, that's probably not going to be happening because I looked at ABBV earlier and I didn't see a setup that I like. So when I say this, like I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but for one, if I am taking requests, it's only going to be from people that are friends of the stream. Monthly levels, Yannick, are going to be on 4-hour time frame. Um, and so the reason that I only take requests from friends of the stream is otherwise I have like hundreds of people asking for like 3 different tickers. And so like 300 ticker symbols that people are asking for. And I don't have that kind of time, unfortunately. If I did, I would be happy to go through them all, but I just don't. Um, and then more importantly, like I've already looked at ABBV. And if I thought that there was a good setup there, I would have called it out. Like I would have giving you guys the trade that I was seeing. I guess you are asking for a leap perspective. I don't mind glancing at it really quick. Because leaps are different. Like I can just glance at it and be like, there's a chance it could go to here. But I'm not going to do like a deep analysis on it. But I will tell you where I think it's going longer term. Sorry, I'm opening up my software right now to look at it. Oh, nice. You made money on Wolf. Sorry, and I'll bring this up on that screen so you guys see what I'm looking at and you don't see me just staring at nothingness. Whoa, not that. Hang on one second, guys. Where's my mic? Okay, sorry about that. This isn't going to mean much to anybody, but this is the quarterly bottom, this yellow box. The bottom's at 178. When this gets lost, like that's basically the death of a company. You lose the quarterly bottom, the company's probably going bankrupt, and it's not good. We're not quite there. They have like roughly 10 points to go, but it is very close. We're also inside of this orange box, which is the monthly bottom, and they need to bounce out of here. However, with that said, this 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This probably is not what you're looking to hear, but they're going to get a bounce somewhere. Probably like right around 184-ish. Could be 185. It could bounce basically right where it is. And you're going to get a little move up. It's not going to be huge. Sorry. Yeah, like 187, 188, maybe 190. And then it's going to reject back down. And we're actually going to be coming very close to this 178. They'll probably go like 184, 183-ish. So that's more long term. You're going to get a little bounce first, and then it's going to sell off and go a little bit lower than the current low. They're going to make like a new lower low. I wouldn't be surprised to see like 182.50-ish, 182, somewhere right around there. Um, but yeah, they're gonna sell off. They're gonna have a little bounce first and then a sell off. All right. Yeah, no problem, chef. No worries, Elite Mark. I mean, bro, like, just tell her, she can join us. Like, it's all good. Um, and then I guess I'll have to have my wife join so that my wife's not getting jealous. And actually, maybe we should just keep it between the two of us because it could start getting awkward. But I don't know. Just tell her I love her too. Um, and I'm saying that from love, family love, not anything else. All right, let's get through Spy really quick. Uh, Actually, I kind of have to get cranking here. I'm gonna go eat dinner, and then my neighbor. It's really weird that she's my neighbor. I've known her for like 18 years, and um, through work, I've known her for 18 years. She's a good friend, and I had no idea. Like, I used to know where she lived before, but I didn't know. I knew she bought a house like in the same city that I was looking to buy a house in, but I didn't know where. I bought my house, and she lives like a block away from me, which is just insane. But anyway, tonight we're gonna take off and go up to Joshua Tree. Take my son. My son has one of those massive, like 10-inch telescopes, 10-inch diameter. It's freaking huge and heavy. But we're gonna take it out. They're gonna go. They wanted to go look at whatever, the meteor shower, and then also the comet or whatever. And my son wanted to take the telescope out and look at the Andromeda galaxy or whatever. I don't know, all that stuff. Um, so yeah, after dinner we're gonna go do that. Let's tear through Spy really quick here. See what we're seeing. I get to cheat right now because futures are open and they're selling off. So I actually think tomorrow is going to be just a typical day where we trade inside of a range. But let's... My gosh, there's just way too much stuff to erase. Okay. Oh, I can get rid of my single prints now. All right. I'm going to erase my SIGs. We will explain this. These are all monthly SIG levels, I believe. Um, but I want to be focusing on the daily SIGs right now. Actually, maybe I should keep the monthlies on. We're just way above them. That's the thing. I guess it doesn't hurt to have them. But we're way above the monthly SIGs. So we'll start with just our session volume profile. So SVP is the indicator. I'm not going to teach volume profile right now. We do have a lot of what's it called? We have a lot of classes covering volume profile and various other things, but I'll go over the basics right now as I'm charting this. Value area high, you want checked. Value area low, POC. Under inputs, value area volume 68, row size 100. From here, we are grabbing, my gosh, all of my levels are like overlapping like crazy. Previous day VPOC goes here. Previous day value area high. And our previous day value area low. So just so that you guys know, for the purpose of charting, I generally just put like this, where I'll combine the two levels onto one line when they're this close together. But since I'm doing it for you guys and giving you guys the levels, like I'll give you the actual level of the other 3 cents apart. Henrik,
Yeah.
what's up?
Are you coming with us?
Yeah, why?
Okay. Isn't Stacey coming at like 8?
9.
Oh, okay.
That's what she said, right?
She said 8 or 9.
Okay. Well, I'll be ready.
Okay.
All right. And see, William, like my family's getting jealous that I'm spending so much time with you. So I guess it's a double-edged sword. All right. So anyway, there's my previous day value area levels. From here, I'll do my TPO next. This is where you find like your single prints, spikes. I'm not going to, so I know somebody was asking like, what's a single print? I will explain it, but realistically, like if you want to learn this stuff, you want to go to my channel, because just basically it would take me hours to teach it, and we already have a lot of videos on it actually. So under my channel, if you go to videos, these ones that say master the stock market, so like this right here, master the stock market, time price opportunity, TPO. This is where we talk about single prints and poor highs, poor lows, all of that stuff. I will just like go over the basics right now just to answer the question. Thank you, little mind. But what was I going to say? I can't even think. Oh, I'll answer your question, but I'm not going to do like a full class on TPO, basically. So if you want to learn it, I would recommend watching one of these two videos or even both of them. Okay. TPO. You always want to be on regular trading hours for TPO and also for your volume profile levels, at least for trading SPY, stuff like that. For futures, you're going to be switching back and forth between regular trading hours and extended trading hours. Right now, it looks like we have a poor low and a poor high, so I can explain both. So basically what a poor low is, if you can see the candlesticks here, on this 30-minute time period from 581.70 all the way down to 580 and 61 cents, there was two candles that came down and basically Two candles that came down. Um, sorry. I'm going to step backwards and explain this better. Um, when we're dealing with the stock market, you always want to think of it just like you would an auction. And so, um, at an auction, you have like buyers and you have sellers. With the stock market, you have more buyers and more sellers. At an auction, like generally you just have one person or like multiple people selling one thing. Whereas this, we have multiple people selling the same thing, right? Or buying the same thing. And so basically we're always looking for completed auctions. So like when it's a little bit hard to explain just from the TPO perspective alone, but like once you learn footprint charts, you can spot where there's a completed auction like at the top or where there's a completed auction at the bottom. And basically when you have a completed auction, it means there was like if it comes down to the bottom, there was one seller and one buyer, and that was it, and the auction was completed. Or sorry, the completed auction would be one seller and 0 buyers, and then price reverses and goes back up. And then at the top it would be the opposite, like we have no buyers and one seller, and then price goes back down. Or it actually doesn't matter how many sellers or how many buyers. It's that there's no more people selling at the bottom and there's no more people buying at the top. And that would be your completed auction. So when you have a poor low, that just basically means that there wasn't a completed auction because we had multiple sellers still here, but it wasn't completed, but price still bounced from there. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I'm butchering it, but like I told you guys, I'm tired. So up here at the top, we have a completed auction, which just basically means when we come to this level, this single print level, the most likely thing to happen is since the auction was completed here the last time we visited here, then you expect like a double top where the next time we come here, we probably get a strong rejection from that level. When you have a poor low like we do down here at the bottom, this is where you expect price to seek like a completed auction lower. So you expect the poor low to be broken. So for me, the next level, like I would kind of expect a bounce on SPY, will be right around 580 to 579.61-ish. Actually, I'm just going to draw a box. So basically, the poor low, we're expecting them to come down, complete the auction, and then go higher. Okay. The single prints at the top is a completed auction. So we're expecting it to react like a double top where price already hit that level once, rejected hard. And so next time we're expecting price to come up, hit it, and reject hard. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, why not? Those telescopes are sick. Yes, true. Why not? You can read about this in Trader Dale's volume profile. So anyway, this is going to be my TPO levels for tomorrow. Generally, like you would draw, actually, I'll just give you guys this level because you should have it. But this is your entire poor low range. For me, I'm really just concerned about the 580.60 because I want price to come lower than that, clean it up, and then break back above. So basically, if they give us this tomorrow, this is where you want to look for calls. And I will say this is like your riskier call entry. The safer entry would be what we were talking about earlier. Break back above, 3 5-minute candles, retest, calls. Okay. And then if this happens, you know, your first trim is going to be here. Sorry, I should do this so it's clear. Second trim here. And then our third trim would be up here. Let's also just cover like the 80% rule really quick. Let's hide that. And I'm not going to focus on this too much. I have videos on the 80% rule, but this is a trade you guys always want to watch for. And basically what we're watching for is price to come below the value area or come above the value area. And that could be the previous day value area. It could be the previous week value area. It doesn't matter. Previous month, previous year. The key is it can only play out once. And we want 45 minutes to be spent outside of the value area low or the value area high. Once that happens, we're looking for that same setup, break above, 3 5-minute candles, retest, take calls. And if that happens, there's an 80% chance that it's going to go to the far extreme. So 45 minutes outside, whether it's below or above, come back inside. Again, it can be at the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. 3 5-minute candles inside, wait for your retest, take puts, or 3 5-minute candles inside, wait for your retest, take calls. And you're always playing from value area low to value area high or value area high to value area low because there's an 80% chance it's going to go from one extreme to the other. So you always want to look for that setup if it gives it to us. I'm not going to draw that here, but obviously if we spend 45 minutes outside of the previous day value area low, come back inside, retest, grab calls, you're targeting value area high. You're not trimming at the POC. Unless your plan is like, if you're trying to be safer on your trading, then, and you're taking one contract, like you can definitely do, you know, something like this for your trade. But realistically, you want to be targeting here. Okay. And then stop loss probably a little bit lower, something like that. Okay. I think most of our setups are going to be happening down here tomorrow. But, you know, we play what's given to us. If we come to the single prints, we're immediately grabbing puts here. And then you're going to be targeting, you know, previous day value area high, previous day POC, and then ultimately previous day value area low. Okay. Um, that's it. These are the setups I'm looking for. I mean, you could also, of course, 80% from the top. So, 45 minutes outside, come back inside, retest, puts. Okay, so that's for both sides. Um, if this wasn't like about teaching, I wouldn't even bother mentioning this because this is a no-brainer, or it should be a no-brainer for everybody. And when I say that, I'm not trying to insult anybody because a lot of people are here learning. And for some people, this might be the first time you're hearing about the 80% rule, which is why I'm covering it. But what I'm saying is you want this to be a no-brainer for you to where I don't have to talk about it. Anytime you see an 80% rule set up, you take the trade, you don't even think about it, and you let it run from one extreme to the other. Done. Yeah, TPO and volume shelves. Yep, yep. Mind elevation in 6 months, you're going to be a changed person. And actually, you'll start to see it sooner than that. Um, you've been doing it. You didn't mention how long you've been doing it for, but even within like a month and a half, you'll start to see like a major difference, or even after a month, you'll see a major difference in your trading. Um, and that's another big thing for people that are new um, to the YouTube channel. Um, one trade a day for 6 months. It might sound stupid. That is how you go from being like a novice trader to an amazing trader. It forces you to be patient. It forces you to be disciplined. It forces you to wait for good setups. And basically the way that I kind of always explain it is if I have like when I say this, I have guns. I love guns. I have a lot of guns. But like if I have my AR with a 30 round clip, right? I don't have to be too selective about my shots. Like let's say one dude breaks into my house, I've got a 30 round clip. Like I can just put that thing over, like over my head and just start squeezing the trigger, and just kind of spray bullets and hope I hit somebody. And that way, like I'm not, exposing myself and potentially giving them a shot on me. If I have something like whatever, a shotgun or like some old, like, the tiny little concealed carry pistols that just have one round, I need to be super selective about that shot, right? Somebody just broke into my house. I have to defend myself. I have one bullet. I have to make it count. And so the same thing happens as a trader. When you have one bullet every day, you have to make that one bullet count. And so it forces you to be patient and to wait for a really good setup before you take your shot. If you have multiple bullets, you're like, oh, I'll take a shot here. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. I have another shot. And if that doesn't work out, it's okay. I have another shot. And that's where you can kind of just put the gun above your head and start pulling the trigger, or put your gun around the corner and start pulling the trigger. And you just kind of hope that, one of those rounds hits, or you hope that one of those trades hits. And you don't want to be trading from hope. You want to be precise and accurate and deadly with your trades, and wait for those good setups. And doing one trade a day forces you to do that. And by the time you've completed the 6 months, you become so deadly as a trader that at that point you're so disciplined and deadly that you can take as many trades as you want. And you're not going to take like crappy trades because you've disciplined yourself to the point that you're only going to look for those good shots. Okay. I think that's going to do it for the video. It looks like I've got a few messages, so let me just look through Discord really quick and see if anybody's asking me questions. Oh, Dirty Mex, one of my bros, one of my homeboys is saying trading in the zone helped a lot. Mentally, I was immature and way emotional. And then Shorty said he's saying he's mature now. Dirty's a good dude. Love that guy. 426 saying thanks for your lives, big bro. Much love, G. Um, 426. I have to say, like, I appreciate you, brother. You always like, you know, hit me up with um, a lot of respect and being very polite, and I appreciate it. It might sound weird to you because a lot of times I think you're bothering. I think you think you're bothering me, but you're always very polite, very respectful, and I actually enjoy talking with you. So much love, bro. Let's see. All right, so that's it. Let me see. So, Brian Yang, you're asking me a very loaded question. That bullet point would be from Shorty about not trading the first 30 minutes. Um, I'm trying to think of the best way to answer this. Like, I don't subscribe to that. I trade whenever I want. But I've also done one trade a day for 6 months. The first 30 minutes can be very wild in the market. It's where, you know, like they're balancing and they're figuring out where they're going to go for the day kind of thing. And for newer traders, it can be a very risky time to trade if you don't know what you're looking at. I would say if you see a 5 minute candle, you know, like break of a level and a retest, I would say take it. Like that's the ideal golden setup. So that's the best way that I can answer that question. But really, like once you've done one trade a day for 6 months, you can trade the first 30 minutes. It doesn't matter. Okay. Hopefully I've answered everybody's questions. Chat was super active today, which I really appreciate. And like I started off the video with, really much love to all of you. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. And like I always say, you know, I appreciate it when you guys take the time to come back and reply to the video like, hey, took this trade, you know, whatever, made money. Hey, took this trade, lost money. It doesn't matter, win or lose. But I like to hear, you know, what's happening with you guys and how you're doing. I appreciate the feedback. And when I say it doesn't matter win or lose, like losses are inevitable in trading. And the quicker that you get comfortable with taking losses, the quicker you'll be a good trader. It's a hard pill to swallow. Losing money and being wrong at the same time is really, really, really hard on the ego, especially on the male ego. And I'm not saying that like to be disrespectful to anybody. It's hard on my ego. Women tend to swallow it a little bit better than men do. But it's also not easy for women to be wrong and lose money at the same time. But they do generally take stuff like that a little bit better than guys do. But regardless of your sex or age or whatever, it's never fun to lose money and be wrong at the same time. But the sooner you learn to accept losing money and being wrong at the same time, the quicker you'll become a good trader. Like really, that is really just like the best advice I can give is you have to learn how to take those on the chin and just brush it off, forget it happened and move on. And when I say brush it off and forget it happened, like this is again where the one trade a day is helpful. If you take a loss one day and you shut down, you walk away, whatever, go spend time with your family, walk your dog, I don't know, pet your cat, whatever it is you like to do. Go look at the stars, smoke a doobie, drink a beer, have some wine, come back the next day, and not from the perspective of let me let me make back the money I lost, or let me, make back that money and some. It's not about that. We're not trying to revenge trade from what happened yesterday. Today is a new day, and we're just trying to take our trade, win or lose, and you move on. And I can show you guys like logs and journals from a lot of people that have learned from me where they do one trade a day. And when you see a full month journal where they have like, let's say a week where there's 3 losses and 2 wins, and they still made like $1,000, like, would you guys be okay with that? Like, if you traded one trade a day for 5 days, and 3 of those days you took losses, and 2 of those days you took wins, and you made, let's just say, $5 to $1,000, would you be okay with that? Um, and that's how you have to remember it. Like, as long as you do the one risk, two reward, and you're consistent, and I can show you people's journals. I'm not going to right now in this moment, but I could show them to you where these people are doing it consistently, and they have their losses, whatever. Some weeks they have more losses than wins, but then you look at their monthly P&L and they're up like 4 grand. And like, for a lot of people, trading is a hobby, or a way of giving ourselves like a chance at more financial freedom. And if your hobby and not like your main source of income is making 4 grand a month, like, you're on track to be absolutely balling. Like, you're going to be rich as hell. And so you just have to learn to take those losses on the chin, be okay with it, and know that if you just keep doing it consistently, one risk, two reward, take your L's, let it roll off your shoulders, and then the wins will come. And eventually, like, they start compounding, and your wins become more frequent than your losses, and the money starts growing. And that's the best part about trading, is if you're using proper risk management, um, as you make 4,000 one month, the next month you're probably making 8. And then the month after that, you're making 16, and it just keeps growing and growing, and it's a snowball effect. You just have to get to the point where you're okay with taking losses, and you don't start trying to chase your losses and revenge trade and do what a lot of people do is called like doom and boom, or boom and doom, I'm sorry, where they do really well for like a week or two, or maybe even a month. And then in one day, everything they made in that entire week, or that entire 2 weeks, or that entire month, they lose in a series of bad trades because they're revenge trading and chasing. And they end up actually losing everything that they made, and generally more. And that's where a lot of traders are at, is in that boom and doom stage, where they'll do really well for a little bit, and then one bad trade makes them trip up and start like chasing that loss, and then they end up blowing everything. And that's what you need to get away from. Thank you, M Card. I appreciate that. I mean, that's what it's about. Like, as traders, like, so most of the people in this chat right now don't have anybody to be accountable to except for themselves, or maybe like their wife, or husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, cat or dog, whatever it is. But most of you are just accountable for yourself, right? For me, I've chosen to teach and to educate, and with that, like, I have a responsibility to be transparent and show people like, hey, you're gonna take losses. And actually, the people that don't talk about that stuff, they really bother me, because there's so many people that will just show like, oh, look at this win, look at this win, look at this win. And really all they're trying to do is get your money. they're trying to prove to you that they're the best trader in the world so that you give them money so they can teach you to be the best trader in the world. But the best traders in the world are going to be the first ones to be like, hey, you're going to take losses. And until you learn to be good at taking losses, you're not going to be good at trading. So I say this every once in a while. I'm going to say it again. Be careful who you absorb information from. Be careful who you're learning from. Because if you learn from the wrong people, then you have to unlearn that bad information that they were teaching you. A lot of influencers and traders that are not good will tell you to trail your stop loss. And I talk about this every once in a while, but if I trail my stop loss, like let's just say I got my break above 3 5-minute candles retest, or I guess this is short. Let's go long. Break above 3 5-minute candles retest, and I could take calls. And this is my trade that I'm looking for. And in this instance, it goes boom and hits my stop loss. This is if I'm being disciplined and I'm following my plan. The worst thing you could do in this case is go, oh shoot, let me move my stop loss lower, and then it goes boom and hits your stop loss even lower. And now you took a bigger loss than what you were planning on taking. So this is one of the worst things that you can do. But what's happening is every time that your trade goes against you, you're losing 100% of what you risked, or you're losing more than what you had risked. But then what happens when you're green on a trade is, let's just say price comes up, and at this point you go, oh, let me trail my stop loss up. And then price does this, and it hits your profit target, but you already got stopped out because you're a dumbass. I say that with love. And so now, every time you're wrong, or every time the trade goes against you, you're losing 100% of what you risked. Every time you're right, you're only making a small amount. You're getting that $20 win so that you can go, go sit on your couch and stroke your ego and be like, yes, I was right. I won. And forget the fact that, like, if you just trusted your levels, you would have actually made whatever the $250 that you planned on making. But instead, now you get to go sit on your couch and be like, oh, yes, ego, we were right. We did good. We made $20. Like, but then tomorrow you take your next trade and you lose 150, and you keep making 20 or 40 and losing 100. And eventually you give up. You stop trading because you're doing it wrong. And so the people that are teaching you to do this, they're just helping you stab yourself in the foot. And you'll have to unlearn these bad habits. Entry, stop loss, take profit, nothing in between. Don't trail. Be careful who you're learning from. Be careful who you're absorbing information from. You don't want to learn a bunch of BS that you're going to have to unlearn. And when I say that, like, technically you guys don't know me from a hole in the wall. And all I can say is, like, I'm trying to give you guys the best information that I can from what I know. I do know if you guys listen to what I'm telling you, you can 100% be a profitable trader, and even if you wanted to become a professional trader. But I'm sure there's people out there that are way better than me. I know my mentor, Shorty, he's the man. He's way better trader than me. I aspire to be at his level. I will be one day. But people like myself and like Shorty are the people that you want to be learning from, where you're not going to have to worry about unlearning trash that other people are teaching you while they're just trying to take money from you. Okay? I feel like this was a super informative live, and we covered a lot of information. Hopefully, this is starting to sink into people's heads. Hopefully you guys are learning. Oh, Yannick asked if I ever use EMAs. I would rather take a rusty knife to my little guy than use an EMA. Hopefully that puts into perspective exactly how much I dislike EMAs. Um, EMAs are a lagging indicator that are going to cause you to either get into trades late or get out of trades early, um, and they're not going to help you at all. So when I say that, as probably most people in the stream know, my mentor is a market maker. His name's Shorty. I was taught by a market maker, and him being a market maker has taught me everything that market makers can't hide from us. And that's what you want to learn, is the stuff that market makers can't hide from us. Volume profile, time price opportunity, footprints, order flow. EMAs, they're just going to get you into trades late, and that's it. They're not going to help you. I mean, you already answered the question, Mind Elevation. I don't recommend anybody else. Not that there isn't other people out there, but I don't go and watch other people. Actually, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. If I think you're totally full of crap, I'm probably going to go and watch one of your videos and listen for a few minutes and be like, wow, this person's full of crap. And then I'm going to come here. I'm going to warn all of you not to listen to that person. And we've done that before on this channel, right? Not afraid to call out scammers and BSers. Like, I'm not. Because at the end of the day, like I've talked about right now, I care about you people. I want you to be successful. I want you to succeed. And I don't want you to be learning BS from people that are just trying to take money from you. So I will listen to people that I think are full of crap just to prove to myself that I'm right, that they are full of crap, so that I can warn you guys. I have no reason to go and listen to other traders teach because I have a mentor. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm extremely lucky that I met like what I consider to be the best trader that I know. And, you know, if you saw us live trade on Friday, you already know, like, there's just no question. He knows his stuff. So then why would I go and seek out somebody else? It's already hard enough to find one person that's honest, that's not trying to take money from you, that's not trying to screw you over, you know, that's not just trying to, like, looking to make a quick dollar off of you. And I already found one. So why am I going to go try to seek out a second one? Like, I already have a mentor. I don't need to go and, like, possibly absorb information from people that might be misleading me. So, with that said, Mind Elevation, the only person I can recommend is myself and my mentor. And that's not like from an ego thing. I don't have a reason to go and verify like that other people that are teaching good stuff are actually legit, if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. Nice check. Man, that's rough. Like Mind Elevation, I want to answer this question as respectfully as possible. I think the best way I can say this is both. And when I say this, I don't know a lot about either Stocks with Josh or Chris Sayan, because I don't really watch them. But I think it's safe to say that both of them are going to be, they're both influencers, right? So their entire jam is to basically make money from YouTube, right? Both of them have, I don't even know, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. and then all of them have like their own discords, and then they have a discord like together as a group. I think, I don't know. But I know like they all have their own discords with like a pretty big following. And if you just do the math, like if you have hundreds of thousands of followers on YouTube and you crank out one video a day, and especially like if you're that dude that's like, oh, the next stock going up 100,000% or whatever, the next stock going up 100%, the next stock doing this, da da da, like you're gonna generate views, right? And you'll notice like on my channel, there's no shock and awe. I'm not like, oh, like, like even in my titles, like, today we talked about Tesla and I'm expecting like a pretty big move. I could easily put like, oh, the next big move on Tesla, whatever. I'm not about it. I don't care. Like, if you don't want to watch my videos, cool. Like, I'm not going to try to con you into watching my videos with a title. But so a lot of it is going to be about driving traffic to the YouTube and then also driving traffic to the Discord. And with that alone, between Discord and YouTube, like you don't really need to trade much. Like you're making a killing off of revenue from YouTube and revenue from Discord. And then again, with all of that said, I don't follow them. I don't watch their videos. So I can't really speak on if they're good traders or not. I don't know. I really don't. But me, like as a person, I think most of what they're doing is just trying to be that influencer, making money from YouTube, making money from Discord. And again, that's really like the best that I can say because I don't know them as traders. I think it would be safe for me to say that they can't hold a candle to me. And I know for a fact they can't hold a candle to Shorty. But that doesn't mean that they're not good traders, So hopefully that answers your question to the best of my ability. And I'm not trying to like put them down or anything because, like I said, I don't subscribe to them. I don't watch their videos. And so I don't have too much of an opinion other than I know a part of their shtick is being an influencer and getting that revenue from YouTube and that revenue from Discord, But again, that doesn't mean that they're not good traders. Exactly. Why not? Anyway, that's going to do it, everybody. Again, I want to give like a really big thank you to all of the people that show love, all of the subscribers, friends of the stream. I really appreciate you guys. And you guys are the reason that I keep doing this. And you guys are the reason that I'm trying to be better. And in saying trying to be better, I'm trying to give you guys more. Where for a bit there, I was getting a little bit discouraged because like I would look at, I don't even know, like probably 100 different charts and not see a setup that I feel like I can share with you guys. And so then I can't make a video, right? And I'm like, it was getting discouraging where days where we have like just, like trend days are days where I have trouble finding setups. And for a while there, it was like trend day after trend day after trend day. And I feel like, Jeff, you're absolutely right. And I'll address that in just a second. Okay. I feel like the, what's it called? I'm sorry. Jeff's comment just like completely threw me off. I don't even remember what I was saying other than I really appreciate all of you. I appreciate the love. And, I was talking about how I was getting frustrated, like where I wasn't seeing setups. And so I couldn't like put out a video for you guys. But then I realized like just charting SPY live is enough to help you guys out. And I can do that 100%, like pretty much every single day. Tuesdays, it might happen later in the evening, but at least worst case, you can wake up in the morning and watch it really quickly before the market opens. Um, to address what you said, Jeff, um, I can show my revenue on YouTube if it makes you happy. It's not worth the time that I put into it. Actually, let's just do that really quick. Um, Where is, here we go. Revenue for the last month on YouTube. Now, if you think, I mean, I'm not going to knock $270. Like, that's a grocery trip for a family of four, right? Um, or maybe two grocery trips, depending on how you shop. For me, like, my family, we do organic food, and I only buy like grass-fed beef and pasture-raised chicken and pasture-raised eggs and things like that. So it's a little bit more costly. But this is not changing my life, you know. If I took this money like every month and threw it, you know, into whatever, a Roth IRA, yeah, sure, it would change my life eventually. But today, this is not life-changing money. And I'm not doing this for money. And then if you're talking about Shorty's Discord, this is pretty easy to explain, I think. I mean, people might not believe me, and that's cool. It doesn't matter to me. Shorty has a really, really, really good paying job, where he absolutely does not need revenue from Discord. And if you look at Shorty's Discord, it's priced to the point where the average person shies away from it. And the reason being is Shorty only wants people that are really motivated to join the Discord, because he's only interested in teaching people that are actually really trying to help themselves. And generally somebody that's willing to like spend $100 a month investing in themselves is going to be motivated and driven, and they're going to put in the work and they're going to learn. Shorty could easily turn around and change his Discord to whatever, $10, $20 a month, and have, you know, like 10, 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, and make way more money than he is at what it's priced at, because at what it's priced at, it's a very small community. And because it's a very small community, Shorty and I and the other people, I mean, basically, like, as we grow as a Discord, the people that have been in there for a long time are able to help teach the newer people, or even some of the people that have been in the Discord for a while. Different people learn at different paces. And so as people learn, they're able to, you know, chime in and help other people learn and grow and get better. But for the most part, it's, you know, Shorty teaching, and then me, and then others. And they're basically, like, because it's such a small community, we can do one-on-ones with people that are in the Discord. Because it's such a small community, we can focus on teaching the people that are there. And if it was huge, I don't know if there's anybody in Shorty's Discord in the chat right now that wants to chime in or speak up, but we don't have arguments. We don't have issues. We don't have people like talking crap to each other. Everybody gets along. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's professional. Of course, we joke around and play and have a good time, but everybody there is trying to grow and get better. And if we lowered the price, it would become a shit show. And that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for people that are motivated and want to learn. And yeah, sure, of course, money is generated from the Discord. But again, it's not life-changing money. Shorty and, of course, myself, we both make way more through our regular jobs than we do through a Discord. And when I say we, it's his Discord. It's not mine. So anyway, with all of that said, I don't have a Discord. So I do generate whatever it is, like just shy of $300 a month on YouTube. And if you break it down, um, the amount of hours I put in, well, you guys couldn't even break it down. You look at a video and it lasts whatever, an hour or 2 hours. And even if you divided every video that I do in a month into that $300, like I could go make more working at McDonald's flipping burgers on an hourly rate. Um, and that's not even taking into account the hours that I put in preparing to do the video, the hours I put in looking for setups. And so if you put that into the equation, like the amount I'm making per hour for the amount of time I'm putting in is not worth what I'm doing. But helping people get better and you know, actually possibly like changing somebody's lives, that's worth it, right? So that's where it's at. I could go drive for Uber and make way more hourly than I am doing this. So anyway, hopefully that answers your question. But yes, you are right. I do generate some income from YouTube. Shorty does generate some income from Discord, but that's not what it's about for us. Both of us are genuine people that like to help people and that do it from the kindness of our heart. Yeah, it's all good, Jeff. And I didn't take what you said personally. You're 100% correct. Jeff, you're in the right place. I know, like, you don't know me, you can't take my word for it, but if you have a rollover IRA that's self-directed, I highly recommend that you tune in to the videos that we do like once every 3 months, where we do like a stock scan. Just look for that in the title, stock scan. We go over all of the prices that we're looking to buy different stocks at, and where we're looking to close those positions as well. And even if you went back and looked at like previous videos that say stock scan and look at what prices we were looking to buy and where we were looking to sell, you'll see that we make a killing. So you're in the right place. Okay. You need to figure that out for yourself, but you'll see in just a little bit of time probably that you're in the right place. Yeah. That's your opinion, Steph B. So, and you're welcome to it. Um, yeah. Um, I'm reading your comment again, Steph B. And I respect your opinion and I disagree with you. If we lowered the price, it would just have people join that are not serious, that cause problems. And then me and Shorty just wouldn't want to do it, If we have a bunch of people causing problems in the Discord and we're having to time people out and ban them, and people arguing and bickering, it just wouldn't, neither one of us would want to do it. It would become unenjoyable. And so, I appreciate your opinion, but I don't agree with you. Basically, I truly believe, like, if you can't afford $100 a month, then you probably just shouldn't be trading anyway. But again, it's your opinion. I do respect what you're saying and I understand what you're saying, but, I guess the best way I can put this into perspective, if you wanted to do a mentorship with Shorty, it would cost you $20,000. And if you're joining Shorty's Discord, you are basically being mentored by Shorty for $100 a month. Or you can pay the lifetime fee, which I think is $2,000, but I'm not sure. And actually, like, a lot of the members end up doing lifetime, because as soon as they see the value that's offered in the Discord, they're members for life. Like, it's just like, it's a no question. Um, so, yeah, again, I respect your opinion. I have to disagree. Um, you're learning from a market maker. You're being mentored by a market maker. You're, I don't like, I feel like I'm kind of rambling on this, and I don't want to be, because I'm actually never here selling a Discord. A lot of times I don't even really mention the Discord, right? And people will ask me, and then I'll be like, oh, here's the link, whatever. But I'm never here selling a Discord. If you guys want to join, you're welcome to. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm not pushing a Discord. And if you watch our videos, we give everything away for free. We teach for free on YouTube. Like, if we were trying to sell a Discord, we wouldn't be giving it away for free on YouTube. So there is a tiny bit more education that happens in the Discord, and it's not that we're trying to like gatekeep it from people that are on YouTube. It's just that in the conversation of the Discord, teaching happens, education happens. When we trade live, teaching happens, education happens. And we don't really stream our live trading very often. I did one last Friday, but that's going to be like a far and few between. So, it's all, it's going to be a personal opinion. Like, some people, $100 is nothing. And for some people, $100 is a lot of money. So again, I understand what you're saying. I respect what you're saying. I can appreciate what you're saying. Me personally, if I wasn't an admin in the Discord, I would 100% pay $100 a month to be a part of the Discord. But that's me. And everybody's going to be different, and everybody's going to be like, no, too much, whatever. And that's fine. It's all going to be a personal perspective. Oh, sure, D. Robinson, I'll share it. And actually, here's a little hack I'll share with you guys. Sorry. If you guys want to join the Discord, and again, like, that wasn't the purpose of this video, but here we are, we're talking about it. And M Card, you just said coming the first, you're going to join. If you want to, and again, always being transparent, if you join on the 20th or anytime after the 20th, you're going to get charged on the 20th, and you'll get charged again on the 1st of the month. But your charge on the 1st of the month will be refunded to you. It does take about 5 days to process. So the reason that I'm being so specific about that is, just like you pointed out, Steph, for a lot of people, $100 is a lot of money, and $200 is even more money in a 10-day period. So like, if you can't afford to have $200 taken out of your bank account within that 10-day period and then wait 5 days for $100 to be refunded, then wait to join on the 1st or after the 1st. But if you can afford that, you can basically get 10 days for free if you join today, and then your charge on the 1st will be refunded to you. But just know there is like a 5-day processing time, and that's not us, that's Patreon, and like, that's out of our hands. Yeah. Miss Free is not in Shorty's Discord.
Hey, Drew, I gotta hop out. Just want to say thanks.
Yeah. Is that Dave?
No, it's Matt.
Oh, okay, sorry. As soon as you replied there, oh, what's up, Matt? Haven't seen you in a while, bro. We need to get together
we can,
sometime.
Talk sometime soon.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back to it.
All right, bro. Take care.
You too.
All right, bye. Yeah. So, mind elevation. We try to trade every day. Both Shorty and I have lives, and I don't want to say like, 100% we trade every single day. For the most part, we do, but not every day. before my baby was born, it was pretty much a sure thing that I would trade every single day live. Ever since she's been born, I've been struggling to wake up in the morning and get out of bed. And so I would say I'm probably trading about 3 to 4 days a week right now live. But I'm sure as things calm down, I'll go back to being like more 5 days a week or whatever. Yeah. So, I mean, we trade live enough, really. But yeah. I appreciate that, Bang Buck. Anyway, I actually kind of want to apologize that the end of this video ended up being a rant about Discord, because really that's not what I'm here trying to push. I'm trying to teach you guys, trying to help you get better, trying to share some plays, share some setups, teach you guys how to chart. We do the live charting on Spy, and that's really what this is about. And thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. And just because of the comments, it ended up being like a conversation about Discord. But I think you guys know, like, you hear me talk about it very rarely because I'm not here pushing for members. We don't need them. And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. Our Discord is literally designed, or I shouldn't even say our, Shorty's Discord is designed as a way for him to help people become good traders. And he does it because he enjoys helping people. I enjoy helping people as well. Like, if you look back at my careers, I was a chef. So chefs serve people, we're cooking for people. But basically I've just always been in like some type of customer service role. After chef, I was a fireman. I broke my back. I couldn't do firefighting anymore. So then I became a respiratory therapist. And so now, like a respiratory therapist might not sound like somebody that's working in customer service, but a lot of times the patients that I'm taking care of are on life support. They can't speak for themselves. I have to speak for them. But not only that, I have to talk to their family members and their friends and whoever else, and provide customer service to them and explain to them what's going on, and stuff like that. And so I've always kind of been in a career where I'm serving people, and that's where I'm happy. And so for me, like, Shorty's Discord is about trying to help people be better. And for me, the YouTube channel is really just about trying to help people. It's not about trying to get you guys to join a Discord because me and Shorty suck at trading and we need to make money off of you. That's not what it's about. So, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. You don't need to join a Discord to learn how to be a trader. Yeah, there are some Discords out there that will help streamline the process. Yes, paying a mentor, but again, you have to find a good one. But if you're able to find a good mentor and pay them to teach you, that will streamline the process. But all it takes is studying and reading books and applying the information, watching videos, whatever, trying to learn from people, that around you that are good traders, tuning into videos like this. You can do it all on your own, like, you don't need anybody else, and you definitely don't need to pay for a Discord. So, hopefully I've nailed that home. Like, this YouTube channel is not about selling a Discord. If you want to join, you're welcome. If you don't want to join, stick around and learn, please. Okay. I'm going to end it there. I hope this was an informative video for everybody. Again, we're not trying to make money off of you. Stick around. If you don't want to spend money, tune in for the free videos, tune in for the free knowledge. Practice what I'm teaching you. Do the 1 trade a day for 6 months, journal your trades. That stuff might sound stupid. I know when my mentor was telling me 1 trade a day for 6 months and journal every trade, I'm like, that's stupid. Like, why would I only take 1 trade a day? And it took me like 6 months of being stubborn to finally do it. And when I did it, I was like, damn, like, why didn't I listen to my mentor 6 months ago? But I am kind of hard headed and stubborn sometimes, and I'm an idiot, just like probably a lot of people watching this video. Like, we get hard headed and think we know better. But really, it works. I promise you. So with all of that said, if you're a subscriber, thank you. Much love. Appreciate all of you. If you're a friend of the stream, thank you. Much love. Appreciate you guys. If you're tuning in for the first time and you've found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button and come back again and pick up some free game. And with all of that said, like always, much love, much respect. I appreciate all of you guys. Peace out. Y'all have a good one. You crush it tomorrow. Okay. Kill those markets, make some money, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Okay. That's awesome, Little Mind. That's dope. And again, like, I hope you guys can see this. Like, when Little Mind said, I started with 100, I'm at 400 right now, one trade a day. It's been 5 trades so far. As soon as I read that, like, a huge smile went across my face. I can't fake that. I genuinely care, and I love to see you guys succeed. You guys keep crushing it. Keep tuning in. Keep getting the free game. Make that money. All right? Catch y'all in the next one. Much love. Peace out. Much respect. Bye.